Well, I'm Jim Horsman, and I've been very proud of my volunteer service with the Chamber of Commerce from the early 1970s to the point when I actually was asked to take on the role of president in 1972. And during that time, as I've mentioned, we set up the Suffield Liaison Committee to work with the British Army and the Canadian Armed Forces as well in terms of what goes on at the military base in Suffield. But when the word came out that the British were prepared to come and start their major training exercises here in Canada and at Suffield because of the size of the base that's there, that word came out. And it was obvious that it was going to have a dramatic impact on the business community of this region. And we felt it was important then to somehow assist in that arrival, and not just for the point of view of how it impacted on us, but how also our role as a community in serving the needs of a major military organization arriving with thousands of members during their training exercises. It would mean a great deal in terms of supplying goods and services to the base and to BATUS. And we felt it was important the Chamber could fulfill a role of a transitional role of introducing the business to the military and the military to the business world of Medicine and District. Oh, I can tell you that I had the great pleasure of getting to know the military commanders in the British Army. And the first of that group was Colonel Tom Gibson. And while he headed up the British force, he's actually an Australian. And so in some sense, we hit it off as members of the Commonwealth from not really in the middle of Britain, for example, in terms of providing leadership. So I got to know him well, and we became pretty good friends. And this involved not just meetings of business interests, there were social aspects of it as well, where you got to know the visiting people and their families. And then the next name I will mention, and I'm just going to double check, make sure I've got it correct. And then there was Tony Allen. And Tony and Cecilia Allen really took to this part of the world. And Betty and I, my wife, and his wife and family became quite good friends. So much so that when I retired and went on to other activities, I visited with them in Britain, and it was a good relationship. And they really loved this part of the world. First of all, I think you need to know what's in the community and in the region. And the one way of finding that out, of course, is to seek out the information that's available through the Chamber of Commerce and other organizations which have an impact on the economic development of the region. There's agriculture, of course. It's a significant element in terms of both the, obviously, livestock industry here, which is a fundamental organization, and the Chamber should be working with the organizations that serve those community interests as well as reaching out further beyond the community in the region. I believe chambers of commerce are very important. They're a key element of any community that wants to have a good business agenda for the benefit of the community, and that is to have businesses that are active, growing, and when necessary to encourage their growth. And the chamber was, I think, ideal for that role. And I was pleased to become a volunteer member of that organization. And I carried on with that for quite a number of years, even after I left my office as president in 1973, I guess. It's a year-long job. The relationship of business and with government, that's another role that the chamber plays a very important role in contacting all levels of government that have an impact on the community. The municipality, obviously, in its own particular responsibilities. The provincial government, because of its responsibilities under the Constitution, and of course, federally, here, because of the importance of the Department of National Defense, those are significant elements, and the chamber can provide a liaison between each of those entities and the business community.